Hey guys, okay, so I've got a few products that I want to test out for you today. Now, normally I do separate videos for foundations and concealers, but I think I'm just going to do all of this in one today, and we'll just see. So today I've got the Shop Miss A foundation. This is the Pro Wear Foundation Full Coverage by AOA Studio, and then I have the concealer that goes with it, the AOA Studio Natural Finish medium to full coverage concealer. And then I also have this microfiber Wonder Blender velvety layer high def sponge. Okay, so I've already wet this. I just wanted to show you the texture that comes in. But this style of sponge came out, I think maybe a year and a half ago. I'm not sure. A while ago, and it's this soft. It's really soft, like feels velvety kind of a sponge. I've never tried a sponge like this, so we're gonna try it out today. As you know, I am not a big sponge user. I prefer brushes usually, and probably just mostly because they're more convenient for me than a sponge. If you are a sponge user and like if you do your makeup in the bathroom and stuff, that might work out well for you because you know your sink is right there and you can dampen your sponge and everything. So for me, since I don't do my makeup in my bathroom, I do it here at my makeup table, which is in my room in front of my window for natural lighting. It's just not as convenient because there's nowhere to really dampen your sponge. Okay, so I really like AOA, excuse me, packaging. This is a whole fluid ounce. It was $1.50, $1.55, something like that. Hold on, does it say? Doesn't say. Nope, doesn't say. But the Shop Miss A website is all dollar products except for, I think these ones are $1.55 because they're the charity edition, and same thing as this sponge. So I like their packaging. I have their drop foundation, which I do like. Let's see if I can find it. Here it is. This is only about a little bit more than half an ounce. This one is a full ounce of product. So I personally think that if you're going to order more than one thing from their website, I do think it's worth it. I got a couple of items. What did I get? Oh, I only got 3. Yeah, I got the foundation, the concealer, and the sponge for like $12 or something like that. So I feel like that's a reasonable price and worth your time, because I don't know if there's a way to get free shipping. You'd have to have a ton of items in your cart, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I feel like it's a decent price for what you're getting. Okay, I'm just trying to mix this up. Okay, so this is the foundation. It is in the shade Porcelain. The light tones were out of stock forever. So here we go. I mean, how much easier can you get than like a little dropper bottle? I think that's a great idea. It's small, it's not bulky. Okay, so this is very creamy. It might be a bit too fair. It was hard to tell on the website because everything looked darker than maybe it really is, but this might be a little bit too fair even for me. We'll see. As it's getting into fall time / winter time, my complexion is going to get even lighter than it already is, which right now it's still pretty light, but I do have a little bit of color. You can see, like, this is my natural skin tone. I do have a little bit of color from being out in the sun and stuff. So let's go ahead and get this on. I'm gonna go ahead and use the sponge, even though I'm not a big sponge user. Oh. And I feel like this product, it is too light, but we're just gonna do it. I feel like this product would, because it's so creamy and like lotion-like, I feel like it would be better used with a brush. So I'll just finish the rest of this side of my face with this, and then I might just get a brush for the other side. It says full coverage, and I feel like the coverage is good, but maybe the more I blend it, the coverage might shear out a bit. Let me grab a brush real quick. Go ahead and use the AOA Studio High Def Brush F2. Oh, yeah, I feel like not as much coverage with the brush. It's not going as far either. Yeah, definitely I feel like more coverage with the sponge, which is strange. Usually I get less coverage with the sponge. Oh, I didn't really give you guys an opportunity to see between the, but you know, if you've just been watching, maybe you will have noticed it. I'm gonna put a tiny bit more on this side of my face, just so that we can try and get like the coverage to be even. Same amount of coverage on both sides. Yeah, I think the coverage is good. It doesn't feel heavy, but it does feel thick, like a cream. Okay, so you can kind of get an idea. I mean, I guess technically it might be really a good shade match, but it feels a little bit too light on my skin just because I've got all this pigmentation and stuff to cover. So, all right, let me get an up close look. I think I'd be more comfortable with this shade when the rest of me gets a little bit wider. Okay. I feel like it's one of those foundations that I can kind of see it on my skin, and it's really in every single pore that I have. It's just filling up all my pores. Looking a tiny bit makeup-y and crusty. I don't know if they accept returns, but I'm not going to return this even if I don't like it. So I'll probably figure out some way to use it. So as a first impression, I think from my face to the camera, it looks good. It's not overly dewy. What does it say? Just says full coverage, and it just came like this, nothing else on it except for the plastic. So there were no real claims. It is satiny. It's not matte, but it's more matte than I would consider it to be dewy, but you can see some light reflecting off. So sorry guys, my neck is killing me right now. It's giving me a headache a little bit. So, all right. So that's the foundation. I would not build this up personally. I think it has decent coverage. I would give this medium coverage. You can still see my sunspots, melasma, hyperpigmentation, all still coming through, but I would give it probably a medium coverage. Feels very creamy and not really very sticky. It's a little tiny bit tacky, but doesn't feel like it's not really transferring. Okay, let's go ahead and try the concealer, which is in my lap. I'll go ahead and try the sponge for the concealer as well, just to see how it works with this concealer. This says natural finish. The foundation just said full coverage. So, all right, so you get 0.34 ounces, so that's a good amount of product for a concealer. This is in the shade Fair Ivory, and as you ladies know, I don't ever get the lightest shade, even though I'm ridiculously fair. I get a shade that can serve to color correct and conceal at the same time. So let's just see wow! Did you see that? So a little bit of pressure built up in that concealer. There. That actually might be even a better shade just for my whole face in the first place. So let's take a look at it. It is very creamy. Some on this eye. I didn't see any claims, but I feel like that's product is going a long way. It might have pretty good coverage, so I'm gonna go ahead and try the sponge. I like the look of that so far on this eye. I haven't taken an up close look, so we'll just see. I'm going to add just a tiny bit more to this eye, just so that we're have a similar amount of product on both sides. I do kind of like the way this is working out for blending the sponge. For concealer, it's feeling very comfortable to blend. If you know what the significance is of the velvet flocking or the microfiber, whatever, put that down in the comments. I have no idea. Okay, so I feel like that looks nice. Now in the camera, it's not looking as good a coverage. Well, I don't know, I guess it does look about the same. So yeah, I think that's looking really nice. It's very, it says it's natural finish, but it's kind of glowy. It says liquid concealer, but I would really consider this more a cream. Okay, so there's that. Let me get an up close look real quick. Can you see? It is reflecting a lot of light. Looks really good, actually. Okay. Yeah, I feel like if you're a primer user, if you used a primer to kind of fill in any pores or anything like that, you might really like this foundation, because other than it kind of looking a little bit makeup-y around my mouth, which is one of my problem areas, it's not looking too bad around my nose, which is where I can get like some of the pores can get filled up with, because I have large open pores on my nose, you get filled up with some foundation and just look makeup-y. I've got a few dry patches, like this area, it's looking a tiny bit makeup-y, but again, I'll try this on another day with like a primer. I do have a few primers. I don't really use them very often, but just to give it a try, I'll try this with one of those. And I think the shade, I could have probably gone down a shade. This probably would have been good like as an all over face shade for me, the shade of this concealer. But both are looking decent. I don't know that they're looking so amazing that I would say yes, run out and buy them. Now the drop foundation, I would tell you that you should probably try this out. It's only $1. Excuse me. And it looks really nice on the skin. It's really nice. So this one I think is worth a try. Even if you get 2 of them, that's $2 plus like what, $5 shipping. So that's a $6 foundation. I don't think that's too bad. It won't break the bank for you. And I do really like it. So these two, I like the concealer at this point better than the foundation. Just my thoughts. I will, of course, wear this for the rest of the day. I will update my thoughts in the description. Don't forget to thumbs up, like, subscribe, ding my bell, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.